Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. All right, PSA reveal today. I've got 10 cards here, 10 card stack. A little bit of a sport and non-sport mix. I'm going to save the two best cards for last. Actually, the Trout here on top's the best card, but I just did a whole video on this card the other day, so I put him up front. But yeah, this is not like just one order. I just realized the other day like how behind I am on like YouTube PSA reveal type stuff. Like it's hard for. I was trying to figure out like where did I leave off. And I've sold like a lot of the cards that I got back from PSA. So this is just kind of a mix. And I'll do a few more videos like this, but let's just get started. 10 cards, two really cool ones at the end. So stick around for those. But let's start off with the Trout. Just showed this the other day in a dedicated Mike Trout video, but just wanted to kind of highlight this one again. I sent this card in by itself, bought this raw, graded it, got back to PSA 10. Cost me about $100 to grade it, maybe it was like 75. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, 20 days, whatever that service was. So was really fired up about this one, and it's quickly become one of my favorite cards. And love the batting helmet too, the halo and the Angels, just that uniform, and just such a cool card. Number 1 out of 10 there, and yeah, so really fired up about this one. I won't spend too much time on this one, but and if you're new here, by the way, a lot of people that are not subscribed end up seeing the PSA videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm really working on getting out more videos, getting them out consistently, one or two a week, hopefully. Really, I'm watching a lot of stuff on YouTube about just generally just trying to learn the algorithm a little bit better. I don't want to make like a bunch of junk content or whatever, like that would be just sort of for the purpose of like growing or anything, but I am trying to play the YouTube game a little bit and just trying to figure out more stuff, trying to make better thumbnails, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of suck at this stuff. I just finally got a microphone fairly recently, so hopefully that sounds better. It's kind of a shitty just Amazon whatever mic, but it's it's better than what I had before, which was nothing. I don't know, maybe it's not better. I'm not really sure, but anyway, that's the Trout Gold Heritage out of 5. You've seen that card already. If you've watched that other video, if you haven't, go back check that one out. But that's an absolute sick card, monster. Okay, next up, another baseball card, and then we'll switch to some non-sport. This one is really cool. 2022 Topps Chrome. Um, this is the SP variation for Lindor. PSA 9 there. These are so sick, like the diamond pattern. Only the speckle pattern. Um, yeah, orange speckle refractor it says there. So yeah, these they only use that pattern on the SPs. And I think these are absolutely beautiful. Like Lindor with the orange is so cool, man. And I'm going to show you another card here in a second that pairs pretty nicely with this one. But 2022, by the way, has really grown on me quite a lot. I don't know why. It's not like a spectacular design, but for whatever reason, I think that little logo down there is just so cool. And yeah, I just absolutely adore this card. That image was from a game where he hit 3 home runs against the Yankees too. So typically not an SP guy. I think most of the SPs look kind of weird. They're usually just guys like in stocking caps or blowing bubble gum or whatever random stuff. But this one they really nailed it. So that's the orange out of 25 for Lindor. Really fired up about that one. So sparkly too, just really wild. If you've never seen one of these in hand, I mean, you might want to check it out. 2022, the pattern is like blended into the player a little bit. I think in the years after that, it's more of an overlay, but all of them are pretty cool. Quick pairing before we move on. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, but there's the Superfractor from that 2022 short print. This is, I would venture to say, it might be his best looking like Mets card. 2021 was his first year with the Mets, so those are his first Mets cards. But this image is, I think, probably going to be pretty hard to beat for him. And yeah, when I saw this card, I bought already graded, but when I saw this one hit eBay, that was just a no brainer for me. This is um, probably my favorite. I don't know. I have the Heritage Superfractor from 22 as well for him, but I don't know. I go back and forth on it, but this one might be my favorite. So look at those two together. I don't think you can beat that. The orange color match, and part of me likes the orange even better for some. I mean, it's really hard to say, but those two together is just really, really something. So fired up about that orange. Really, I was really happy to get that one back. I don't even know if I've posted that on Instagram yet. I think I have, but I can't remember. So the Superfractor there, the 101 out of 25. I'll just kind of leave those there for a minute. Those are cool. All right, so let's do some non-sport now. Got a 1957 Hit Stars Tops. This is Elizabeth Taylor. Big Liz Taylor fan. Got a ton of her cards. Just a Hollywood icon. And this one is, I'll show you the eye appeal first, and then I'll show you the grade because I think this one looks better than it graded. But really nice centering. Centering is tough on these. A lot of really, really thin borders and all over the place, but this one got a 4 here. I almost sold this, but before I graded it, because I think there's a little, I can't remember if there's a little, not crease, but like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay. So it's right there, kind of in the middle of the card, kind of about in between her, right there. So just a real nothing, but that'll get you a 4 or so. But that's a beautiful copy. I'm not going to sell that one because I couldn't even sell it for that much, but it's just so cool. I have this in a PSA 8 as well, but I think this one probably looks even better than the 8, but we'll see. I sent that 8 back to PSA to be reholdered because it was in an old case and it just didn't like it. So, all right, back to baseball. Corey Seager here, another Heritage card. This is from 2022. 2022 might be my favorite year of Heritage. This is going to be the Black Refractor out of 73. These are really nice. I'm selling this one, but I think it's a really cool card. PSA 9 there for Corey Seager. Really nice shine on the 22s. Good texture in the background. Nice portrait. I should probably just keep this, to be honest, because I think I have it listed on eBay for like $30 and nobody's bought it yet. It's one of those where somebody will offer you like 22, but that $8 is really a deal breaker for some. So maybe this one will just yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should either raise the price or just hold on to it because it feels like kind of a silly card to sell for $20. I probably paid that much for it raw. Like I don't remember, but yeah, that's a nice one. Corey Seager's such a stud too. I had his Heritage Gold, but I sold it recently, his 23, and that's why I'm like I don't need to just have one Corey Seager card sitting around for whatever reason. So it's kind of why I just like whatever about that one. But all right, let's switch over to Greece. You may know I'm working on a set build, the 1978 Topps Greece set, all PSA graded, all cards that I grade myself, source myself, all that kind of stuff. So we got Danny and Sandy here. Happy endings. Card number 55 of the 66 card set. Got the very respectable PSA 8 there. A little off center from on the left is thin, but still a nice copy. I'm just selling these as I get higher grades. My goal is to complete the set in PSA 8 or above across the entire set. I've probably got about 25 to 30 cards now, 8 or above. And as I get duplicates, or if I get this one back in a 9, eventually I'll sell this one. But for right now, this is kind of the copy in my set. I love this set. It's very nostalgic, big Grease fan. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. The back of this one is just blank. It's just one of the puzzle backs, so nothing really to see there. But yeah, that's a cool one. Not one of my favorite cards in the set. I'd say it's probably top 20, top 25 maybe if I was ranking like every card in the 66 card set based on how much I like it or whatever. So all right. Next up, we'll go vintage non-sport. Here we've got a 1962 Dutch gum card. This is Bridget Bardot. Obviously a very iconic name in old Hollywood, old movies, French actress from back in the day. PSA 3 here. That's a pretty nicely centered copy. No, really rough creases or anything like that. So these are just super easy cards to source at very low prices and grades. Some of these I sell, some I keep. To be completely honest with you, I don't even know if I have this one listed on eBay or not. I don't think I do because I think this is my only copy, and a lot of times I'll just sell the duplicates or the lower eye appeal copy. But but yeah, I mean, this card was probably like $2, give or take, which is still just insane to me for considering how famous she is and just, how old the card is and all that kind of thing. But it's just a, story as old as time with vintage non-sport. It's like nobody cares until they care. And then when everybody cares, everybody cares. It's just completely illogical to me, but that's how momentum and markets seem to work. All right, next up, another Grease card. Number 7, I love this card. I think this one's really cool. Danny Zuko, a track star. Another 8 here. Centering on this one looks better. Better than the other card that we just looked at. So I don't know. Who knows? Like, I think it's going to be so hard for me to get this set like across the board in like 9s, or even like the 10s are almost non-existent. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's not that many, maybe less than like 15 cards ever graded a 10. And now with PSA grading tougher, like there's some guys on the set registry that have like some of the 10s and all the 9s or whatever, and it's going to be really hard for me to catch them because I don't know when they graded their cards, but I just feel like I've only got 2 9s so far, and I've probably graded like 100 of these cards. So gotten a good amount of 8s, but it's really, really hard to get a 9. So if I get a 10 on one of the main cards, one of the 2 or 3 main cards from the set, I shit you not, it would be one of my favorite cards in my entire collection. Like, period, exclamation point. It would be so fired up, but we'll see. I'm just keep sending them and keep sending them and hoping for the best. But yeah, who knows? Like, I don't know why this. I mean, this card could have been it's got a little dent there, right above G in Greece. You can see that. So probably a fair grade on this one. But otherwise, surface pretty clean everywhere else. But yeah, just right there above the G. So that's what it is. And these cards, I have boxes of this. I still have unopened packs that I'm working through. You're lucky, like when you go, and I'll open some cards on camera someday, but you're very lucky to pull any centered card. And then the top card is always ruined from the gum, the bottom card, or the top card's always ruined from the wax, the bottom card's always ruined from the gum, or vice versa, or whatever it is. Then you'll get a few off-centered cards, and then you'll get you'll get a bunch of like surface imperfections. So every once in a while, you'll get an 8 out of a pack, but um, it is not easy. This card's always off-center. The horizontal cards are way harder to get centered than the no, excuse me, the vertical cards. The vertical cards are way harder to get centered than the horizontal cards are. Like, it's so difficult. I have not, both of my 9s have been on horizontal cards. Gotten a few 8s on these. This card, so this is one of the better cards in the set. I'd say this is a top 5 card in my opinion, and that's why I am willing to send these in even when I know they're going to get 6s and 7s, because um, I know I'll be able to sell these anyway, just because it's a higher demand card, and it's Olivia Newton-John at end of the film, iconic scene, just all that kind of stuff. So black leather Sandy there in a 6 is still a good card. But yep. All right. So okay, two big cards to finish out the video here. First up, we got a Star Wars card. This card I bought raw. Really funny, not necessarily funny, but interesting story, I suppose. So 2022, or no, excuse me, 2023 Topps Chrome Star Wars. This is the Darth Vader out of 5, the red refractor, number 3 of 5 there. Bought this raw, got the card, and it was sold to me as near mint, and it was near mint, but it was damaged in transit. The card, as this just happens sometimes with eBay authentication, the card will slide up in the card saver and it'll get pinched in the little blue envelope or whatever, and that's what happened to this one. I'll show you on the back. There's just a little corner ding. It's not terrible. Still got a 7, but without that, this could have easily been a 9 or a 10. But So unfortunate, but eBay was cool, and they gave me a partial refund on this. So I thought that was super sweet. I think they gave me probably 40% off or whatever it was. So all in all, I probably paid less than $200 for this card. So a really good deal. Card I'll be happy to have in my collection. I do have it listed on eBay right now just because I've sort of, I don't know, I'm just going back and forth on it, but um, I don't know. So we'll see. If I can make a little bit of money on it, I'm willing to sell it. I'm not going to sell it for a loss. I like it more than that. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. I just feel like I'm sort of in a standoff with the market on this one. I've had people reach out to me on Instagram and ask, for a little this or that or whatever. But it's not like not a card I'm super like bummed out on to have in my collection. But I don't think I can even get it on camera. The ding's not even that bad. It's just there you go. So it's just this top right. It's just a little pinch up there. So, but like I said, definitely took it down from near mint. I knew that right away. And eBay again, shout out to them. They were super cool about it. eBay customer service is usually pretty good. So yeah, happy to have this one. We'll see where it goes from here, but great image of Vader too. There now the lighting is better. The lighting was kind of bad before, but now we're on it. So one thing I don't like about this card though is like how this is the accents down here are blue. Any card that has the Galactic Empire notation there has those blue accents, where if it was a first order card, that would be red. Like I have the Dark Ray, and it has those red accents at the bottom, which is a better color match. I just think that blue is a little bit off-putting, but not, nothing to complain too much about. So that's the Vader. Then we'll close out the video. Another baseball card, another monster here. Big PC card here, but this is the 2024 Topps Chrome Sapphire. And this is going to be the Mookie Betts, card number 250 there. And this is the red. Oh my God, look at that one. That's pretty wild. Bought this card raw shortly after set release last year. Copy number 405 there, the bottom next to the Dodger logo for Mookie. So yeah, really fired up about this one. I've got another big red sapphire card at PSA now, getting reholdered. So yeah, fired up about that. That's all. Well, I can just tell you that's I bought the Trout 2021 red sapphire, and I did a episode of Stacking Slabs recently, a Smashing Bin show, and we talked about that Trout card. So now I'll have I think those will be my only two. But I sent that Trout back to PSA because the case was scratched up and it looked kind of shitty. So wanted to get that one looking clean. So I'll show you that when I get it back. But yeah, this card is absolutely stunning under the light like that. Cool image for Mookie too. He's got a little bit of dirt on the uniform and whatnot. But yeah, really happy with the submission. Got some big time cards here, especially when it comes to baseball. Still to be determined on that Vader as far as that relates collecting wise. But yeah, really just I love grading. Love grading ultra modern baseball. It doesn't get much better than this. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Subscribe, like the video, all that kind of thing. Share it with your friends. Appreciate it. I'll be back again soon. Take it easy.